Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for July 2022. So we're in the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sagittarius. The element is water, and you are in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of sex, intimacy, money, finances, but usually money coming to you. So that will be the focus of the month, and the theme is emotion. The energy around is the 10 of Swords. So the end of a rough spot, the end of a rough cycle, the end of a family curse, and that just means lots of mind energy flying around with relationships or hard times with people, family, others as well that are considered to be family. Means a lot to a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So let's just see what comes up for you, Sag. End of a family curse. So the worries are dissipating and they are behind you, that mental energy. And it was indeed, last 4 weeks was air, and this is an air sign card, and it was Gemini. So very much a very, I call it the windy period, the windy time. Where you are right now, and we have the beautiful Earth Mother, the Empress. So the Empress is abundance, abundance in all sorts of feminine ways. So very much about the female energy at its best. Can be a birth card, a pregnancy card as well, or it could bring in the aspect of your mother, or if you are a mother, about being a mother. So it's all things feminine. But a beautiful card full of abundance. So a nice way to start the 4 weeks. Let's see what's influenced that to come in, and indeed will influence the rest of the spread. And we have the High Priestess. So very much, and she actually, it's interesting because this is the mother, this is the daughter. So the High Priestess is indeed, as it says, the High Priestess. So she is very high feminine power as well. Very much a lot of intuition coming through this month, Sagittarius, about whatever, you know, your intuition will be at a high, very much on a high level this month. Very much about secrets coming out as well, but also moreover, it's about keeping your own counsel. So just keeping things to yourself, keeping things under wraps. It can also talk about a very spiritual connection in terms of relationship, your soulmate, for example. But there's a very much a bound of secrecy with this one. So to keep things to yourself in the next 4 weeks. Keep your own counsel. Let's have a look at the background. So May, June, what was going on. And we had the 8 of Swords. So giving your person, don't give your personal power away, or people trying to take your personal power off you in one way or the other. It means saying no and meaning no rather than yes and then thinking I should have said no. It's that very strong card of learning to sort of keep that personal power, so you don't end up doing things that you don't want to do, or agreeing to things that really it doesn't resonate well with you. Now that still has merit around where we are at the moment. So just guard on that personal power as well, and especially going back to the energy around, it can be with family members or people in your close circle of trust that you feel sometimes people do overstep the boundaries or your boundaries, and it's about just keeping that in check. Recent influences, the Ace of Cups. So very much reconnection, a beautiful card of reconnection with soulmates or people that come along and you just connect well with them. This has just come in the last week or so, very much reconnection with people, or also can be things that mean a lot to you, job or something that you really emotionally wished for and now are receiving. But it's a very powerful uprushing of love. Also, it's also can represent conception for those that are looking to have a family or expand their family. Very nice card. The lesson you'll be learning in the next 4 weeks: standing on the outside looking in, standing out in the cold. Now this is an interesting card because it doesn't mean that you'll be thrust out into the cold or that people don't want you in their circle. It's more of you not wanting to really join in with people. Very much resonates with the High Priestess in that way too, where you just keep things to yourself. You keep your own counsel. You could join in, but as you see, she's looking through the window. It's snowing outside, but she doesn't want to go into the warm cafe or bar and join the others because she just doesn't feel that's appropriate for her at this time. Very spiritual, very much an intuitive card as well. But big changes coming along too with the 5 of Coins. So you sort of really keeping yourself to yourself is the advice with this card and the lesson. Starting the first week of July, we have in the near future, and we have the Ace of Wands. So very much again another ace, and this can mean fertility as well. And if you're not in that group who is trying to expand family or start a family, this just means an abundance of energy coming in. It's an action card, things moving very quickly with this. Things sort of take off suddenly and lots of things really manifest themselves, whereas in the past month or so you mightn't have been able to get things off the ground and it just wasn't the time. But a very nice card therefore. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. The Wheel of Fortune, so the Destiny card. Very nice card. So Destiny just, this card means you get out what you put in. So if you have been putting in lots and lots recently, you're sure to be gaining lots and lots and receiving lots and lots. If you haven't, well, you won't. It's as simple as that. Give and receive. Don't give, don't receive. But it's very much destiny and it's very much on your path. So once again, another big card. You've got 3 big cards so far, Sagittarius. So it looks like a very interesting month for you coming up. Let's see how others see you. And we have the Fool. So new beginnings, new chapter, new book really. A new book. So just take that leap of faith and move on. So things have been, especially I can see for most of you, there has been a bit of a difficult time, but now that is going out, so now it's time to sort of, that new lease of life coming back in, a new adventure, a new lease on life, so to speak. We don't know where that's going to take you, but just being there and being in it is everything for you. And it's a really good card for a Sagittarian to have because they love adventure and new beginnings and all those sorts of things. What you're feeling positive about? Yeah, a bit exhausted here, spiritually and physically. A bit of exhaustion. So don't worry so much if you feel like you're really exhausted, you're tired, and you're feeling positive about it. So you know this is very draining energy too here from the energy around, which is 10 of Swords. So you may feel quite drained. And that's fine because you will get that energy back. But it's just sort of saying to you, don't take on too much because it's been a very interesting 6 months since the beginning of the year, especially for Sagittarians too, because they tend to really take on too many things and then end up with a bit of burnout. The outcome. And we have the beautiful balanced 6 of coins, so giving and receiving in equal measure. So things just sort of really balancing up nicely in your day-to-day life, work, money, things really coming. It has been a rough time, but now you'll find a groundedness coming in towards, before we get into the sign of Leo, mid-July, mid to late July, you'll find that things have sort of jigged and are rebalanced back into feeling like you're all grounded again. The rough times have dissipated, and now that you're sort of feeling on an even keel, things just going well, and just remembering to give and receive in equal measure, which is always important. You can't always receive, you've got to give as well. Okay, Sag, let's just have a look at your message. Nice reading though, very interesting. And we have the beautiful card, the path. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. The path to enlightenment is an endless process. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. So it's just about moving along and getting on with things and learning how to manage the good with the bad, basically. But it's a very nice card and a very nice message to end this reading. Thank you very much for listening. Talk in 4 weeks. Thank you.